Here we go, we're going up the ramp. I wonder if they had a ramp like this. Huh? Yeah, I wonder if they had a ramp like in the first story. I was going to say the first century, but it was long before the first century. About 4,500 years ago or so. So they make you walk up this ramp. See, I'm getting tired. I'm out of breath, I'm out of shape. Look at Ann, she's just going boogieing, boogieing. All those hours on the treadmill. Good job, honey. Good job. She's gonna go back and listen to the narrative on this video.
Look here, how they, here's how they keep it waterproof.
Look at that. This is the artistic license. They want to let you know that they tried to stay true to the scripture, but they couldn't do it 100% because there's not all the details. So I'm just going to show these so we can go back and read it later. If you want to read it, you can put it on pause. All right, here we go. Look at these storage containers, huh? These are all storage containers. This is how they did their storage and storage units on the ark. Or how they probably did it. Very cool. These are our crates where the animals were. Right? You hear that? I think that animal burped. I'm not sure. Alright. See that? Look at those cross beams up there.
The watering?
Yeah, that's how they water and fed them. Kind of like this. You see that? How it came through there and they would do that? That's kind of neat. And they would feed them in here, right? Woo! Yeah, there you go. Alright. Very neat. Alright, look at this. Wow. This is a storage area over here. There's some animals. I wonder if it was poorly lit like this or what it was lit like. Did they have fire on the ship? That'd be kind of interesting. Alright. Here's the bow of the ship. See how they're curved? They come around there. They got the thunder and lightning effect going on in the sound system. So this is really cool. So you can imagine right on the other side of that wall there was the water that flooded the earth. And the only thing that saved them was the wood that separated them from the water. God, really the only thing that saved them was God, right? Hello. All right, here we go. Wow. Storage, see the storage pots and stuff? How they would have stored their grain and their food and supplies, food for the animals, different things that had to happen. And again, these were all animals that were being stored in these barrels here, probably little animals, little furry critters, okay, rodents and things like that that had been needed. They haven't listed. And this is probably how things were, okay. So, look at the pots of different sizes and shapes. Right? Here's an exhibit that says Noah's Prayer. It's Noah's family. They would meet on the ship and pray at different times. Here's Noah's Prayer in the Bible. This is our prayer today. Kind of neat to think about Noah and his family worshiping and praising God on the ark, right? So you know they did, though. They had to. If definitely would have. Here's another section. We're coming into the middle of the boat. There's probably grain that they stored up over many, many times. Look at this. And ooh, bear. How did Noah keep polar bears cool? That's kind of neat. Ever think of that? You can read that. Pause on the video and read that. Alright, here's some bears in here, and the bears, the larger animals, are probably kept in cages and crates like this. Amazing. There's a sloth over here. 2x2, alright. And deer. Hey, there's Bambi. Alright. Kind of neat to think about this. They're pigs, a little larger. Alright. Clean and unclean animals differentiated. You can kind of take a look at this, pause the video and read that. Okay. We're going to go back over here and just kind of take a look at these things in the middle. Alright. Think about the sheer size of this. All this room in the middle probably was not wasted like it is today for people to walk around. They probably had crates. It was all work area. This is the bottom of the ship, so this had been where a lot of storage would have been. Probably the larger animals would have been down here too. That's what these signs say, is that different animals of their kind and their different names of their species. So you see how that is? See, that's more of a dinosaur looking thing. Alright, we're going to keep walking around. We'll see you upstairs. Well, we didn't make it upstairs because I ran into Ann, who was just looking up, right? And I wanted to see what she was looking at, so I came over here and I looked up. Look at that, all the way up to the top of the ark. Huh? That is amazing. See that? In the middle, that would allow them to do different things between the decks, to raise and lower different things, and we'll see that in a minute, how they had like dumbwaiters that were manually operated on the ark and the 3 different floors. Now, I'm not sure if Noah had those skylights like we have in this one here. I think that's just the effect for natural light, but I think that that's kind of a cool feature of this. Really just can't turn these off, man. There's so much to see in this boat. There's a digital map of where everything's at. We'll take a look at that. So it's not just the ark. You got a bunch of stuff around the ark too. Here's an interior shot, an interior map. You got 3 decks and then ground level. So we are on, right now, the ground level. We're getting ready to go up to deck 1. We're not even on deck 1 yet. Look at that. On to deck 2. Oh look, there's more storage and stuff over here. Alright, here we go. Ooh, I hear birds. Here we go. Boy, there's a lot of, I don't think they probably had these large. Look at that. That is amazing. That's the middle of the ark on the second floor looking down. So, see some of the tools and workshop that they imagine Noah had. Different things that were applicable to their daily life. Kind of neat. Alright, here we go. We're going to continue up. Visual display of the 7 days of creation. And you have the Bible verse over here, Exodus 28 through 11. For the days of creation, 24 hours each. Yep. Alright. It's really cool, all of these cages and all of these signs of the different kinds of animals after their own kind and put in here. So they're all like prehistoric, the cattle kind. The cattle kind. I wonder how many animals Noah brought in after its own kind that were part of the previous generations. Here's an interesting sign. Were unicorns on the ark? It's an interesting conversation. Different exhibits all the way down. Look how massive this thing is. Unbelievable. We're going to go in here and talk about the animals for a minute. Come on in. Here we are, we're right about in the middle on the second deck, and I just want to do a 360 so you can see, hope you can see behind me and all of this. I know there's a way to put the screen up. There you go. Okay, so here I am. Here's the middle of the deck right here, okay? We're just going to kind of take a look around, all right? Kind of in the middle, we're in the middle of the second deck. And so you see there is the other side, right? There's the other side behind me, and if we kind of come around, you can see how far it is from one side to the other. I'm going to do one more time. That's one side. This is the middle, going front to back. Alright, and this is from side to side. And I'm standing on one side and it goes to the other. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I love it. So we have been on the second deck and looked at a whole bunch of stuff. Really, really cool stuff. Lots of pictures of it. You've probably seen most of it by now. Pictures of Noah and how life was before Noah and the different things that are happening. Now we're going up to the third deck. And as we go up to the third deck, we'll clue you in on a whole bunch of things that we're doing there. Absolutely amazing. We are speechless in some of these things. So as I go up, we come across this fairy tale ark. It kind of helps the kids understand a little bit of the story of the ark and what was happening. Then you can see mid-deck, as we're going from one deck to another. See the storage that they had all the way around? They had little storage compartments and bins and containers as they would go around. And so here we go, we're walking up. Oh, Anne's taking off without me. There's the woodworking shop. Let's take a look at the woodworking shops on this deck. Kind of neat to think about. I guess they had to They had to continue to work on the ark during the time that they were on it, continue to improve it, repair maybe, keep everything the way it should be so they don't sink. Hello. Wouldn't want that to happen. So here we go. All right, let's follow Ann up the long ramp. This thing is absolutely enormous. To imagine that these guys created this in the ancient world with ancient tools. Absolutely incredible. So we're headed to the 3rd floor. See you in a minute. Well, there's a movie playing over here in the theater, and you can kind of see we're going to get that movie and bring it, but I just wanted to show you again. We're on the 3rd floor, and you can see up and look at all the way down the ark and up on top of there. Now, it would not have had the skylights here. There is one light that was in the middle, and you should have taken a look at that. Look how massive. This is the actual dimensions of the ark. Just thought you'd like to see that. All right, see you in a minute. We're going to go look at what the flood looked like outside of the boat. This is amazing, this amount of information.
Yeah, study it for an hour and I'll give you a test.
I'm telling you. Oh my Lord. A lifetime.
Hey, Charlie, not in your bag. Look at all the
Hey, we are up here at the top level of the Ark Encounter. See my hat, Ark Encounter. Man, we are whooped. This is like walking a country mile. Absolutely huge ship. Amazing, overwhelming displays. It's like we took a drink from a fire hydrant, just to be honest with you. We got a bunch of pictures. We're going to go back through. We're going to put a video together, and then we're going to probably hit pause on the video so we can start to read all the things that we took pictures of. This is absolutely incredible. Things that before, during, and after the flood, really the book of Genesis and all the events that God took Noah through, absolutely unbelievable. Just, if you haven't been here, I suggest you come. We're looking right now at planning a trip with maybe our senior adults or a group from our church, maybe our small group. That would be cool to bring our small group to maybe we could bring the children's ministry too. 12 hours on a bus with children. Love that idea. No, all right. It would be fun. Yeah, with tranquilizers and overnight. Okay, so. But anyway, love you guys. This has been an absolutely amazing journey. I hope that you have your appetite whetted. And if you're ever near the Cincinnati, Ohio, just south of and Kentucky area, make sure that this is one of your stops. See you soon.